Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video, I wanted to talk about how people can be very cunning. So this is not coming from a place of emotion, or this is not coming from a place of from a place of a trauma or experience. It is coming from a very logical and very interpretive manner of something that I have seen and noticed in my own experience. Now, here it is important to understand that whenever there is goodness in a person, there is an opportunity of exploitation, and this is always been used. This rule or this law has been used by a lot of people to exploit the good people of the world. Now, it's important to understand, and in the previous video, I've talked about morality and about goodness and how it can be very misinterpreted by a lot of people. Uh, we associate goodness with saying yes to everything or with humility. But in this path of searching for the truth, in this path of getting to the bottom of the truth of everything, of God, of self, of personalities, of anything that you are able to experience in this world. In this path, you are to understand even goodness and morality. And the only way to find out the truth is by letting it come out, by lifting the veils and going inside and seeing the truth for yourself. Now, there are certainly people who dress up. You might have noticed that whenever there is a guest coming, or whenever there is a respectable person coming, we wear nice clothes. For example, if you want to uh, project something to a client, you wear nice clothes. You put on that new perfume that you have. This is something that is an identity. This is something that you are presenting yourself as. This is not individuality. This is not the truth. And as we age and as we become older, we become more and more capable of wearing these identities, and we get uh, more away from the truth, from individuality, and this leads us to adorn ourselves with various identities and various different dresses that we wear and different identities that we play. And the more we become adults, we lose that sense of truth that children have, the sense of confidence that children have. Uh, and it is because we are lying to ourselves. A person who lies is always limiting himself from the truth. And on this lie, he's building up more and more lies. And eventually, these lies will crumble, and the whole palace of lies will fall down. And building up more and more lies only creates disorder and anxiety in a person, and it leads you away from the truth. Truth, the truth is vast and it's infinite, and if you are always saying the truth, you're always able to say with confidence and be in confidence with every person that you meet. And if you are established in individuality instead of identity, you're able to be more authentic, you're able to be more confident, and you will see the truth is the only thing that will liberate you. The lies that seemingly it seems that maybe if I lie in this, I may get something out of it. It only obstructs you, and makes you go downwards. It creates a conflict inside you, and all of your actions become conflicted. And sometimes a person who is lying, uh, it is clearly visible in his body language. And unless and until a person has the self-awareness of being able to lie in a way that is not visible in the body language, until then he is not uh, gaining anything from this lie. So when it comes to the aspect of goodness and how it can be exploited, I've talked a little bit on my previous video about this, but in this video I wanted to talk about the rule that I have laid upon in my previous video, that the mind sees the world what it desires. So if you see the world as a very cunning and very deceiving place, then you yourself become cunning and deceiving. If you see the world with as good people, as happy people, as respectable people, then you yourself become happy and respectable. Now, so let's use this rule or this law to get to the bottom of what I'm saying here. That is, wherever there is goodness, there can be an opportunity of exploiting. And now we have always, especially, we see that religious and spiritual people are more gullible, in the sense that they are very good in nature. They say yes to everything, thinking that maybe that is what God wants ultimately for them. But it is important to understand that God also wants you to say no to certain things. God also wants you to respect yourself and not be exploited by people. God wants you to understand the truth of your individuality, and on the way be also able to understand how other people can exploit you. In the manner of understanding yourself, you understand much more about the world. You understand much more about the people and their desires and the way they exploit you. Now, goodness can always be exploited. Good people have always been exploited by marketers, by politicians, by religious people, by all kinds of people. And the more good you become, the more you think that you should say yes to everything. But it's important to understand that goodness has nothing to do with the truth. That the truth is first understanding your individuality and staying in your individuality. In saying the truth, you become grounded in your individuality. And if you see that there is harm done, if you see that the world is cunning and that people are trying to deceive you, you must be able to say no. You must be able to say that you are being exploited. You should be courageous enough to say no. Spiritual people, unfortunately, fall into this trap where they don't question goodness, they don't question evil. They accept it as a law. They taste something of morality and they accept it completely in their hearts. This is a mistake. You must not accept morality and goodness. When you accept goodness, you start to see good people everywhere. And when a person full of deceit comes to you and tries to exploit you, you'll see him as good and you will be exploited. And In order to understand a person, it is important to get close to his individuality first, to understand his identities, to understand his desires. And once you understand his desires, then you are able to judge a person. You're able to judge how his mind works. And then you can do judgment onto others also. So, so understand that being good does not mean say yes to everything. Does not mean be humble to a saint. Be humble to everybody that you encounter. It means staying true to yourself. So thank you for watching this video.